Hey everyone, today I'm going to review the best nail salon software. So I'm going to look at Boulevard, I'm going to compare it with Fresha, with Acuity Scheduling, owned by Squarespace, Phorest, and GlossGenius. So I'm reviewing these options because of the way that they help with booking client deals and promos in particular. So a lot of nail salons offer diverse services, not just nail services, but several other spa-based services. Many offer things like waxing or simple massages, as well as basic nail services. And more importantly, there's a big need for social media bookings and reportings, wait lists for walk-ins, and the ability to promote services and ongoing customer loyalty, especially when clients come in for an appointment and after they pay, opt for receipts via text or email, because this makes it easy to maintain that client data and then use it for future marketing purposes. So I'm going to start with Phorest here. I really like the way Phorest is designed for simple integration. It helps you provide personalized services with video consultations. So that may or may not be a big part of what you offer as a nail salon. Some customers or clients might want to know the difference between different nail services and what it is they need based on what they have. So if a client has acrylic nails and they want to switch to gel, they might want to submit that question or quickly chat with someone before they get to their appointment to figure out what services they actually need. So I do like Phorest for offering consultation forms and video consultations. Now, if you have services outside of basic nail provisions, including things like massages and waxing, which is not uncommon, then that's going to be great here because they have consultation forms. So these are forms that you can submit and have clients fill in the day before, especially for things like safety or HIPAA compliance. Now, that's not the only option that has these forms. You can create forms with Boulevard, which I like, and these forms can be sent ahead of time so that clients can fill them out, they can send them in, and you get notifications when they have sent them. Now, Fresha's layouts are a little bit different, and a lot of their services come at an extra cost, but forms don't appear to be one of them. So you have a lot of marketing options here, but you don't have a lot of intake form generation. That's also something that is missing from GlossGenius. So if you want the option for video consultations or forms, especially if you offer services outside of basic nail services, Boulevard and Phorest are going to be great options to consider. So other features that I really like have to do with the automated messages. So here you'll see that Phorest offers a lot of marketing options for building loyalty programs, getting reviews, getting referrals, and all of that goes a long way toward enhancing returning customers. The automated reminders that they have for anyone who books an appointment can help increase rebookings and decrease cancellations. And that's a feature that you're going to find in a lot of these options. So one downside to GlossGenius when it comes to sending those types of automated appointment reminders is that it comes at an extra fee. So upfront, you might think that your pricing is pretty manageable for the service you're getting, but you'll see that you don't have unlimited messages when it comes to text messages. So you can send as many emails as you want, but if you want to send text message reminders, because that's the communication method that your customers have marked as their preferred method, you might have to buy additional credits every month to send those types of marketing campaigns or to send those automated appointment reminders. So that's kind of a downside there. With Fresha, again, a lot of these things are difficult to see because they come with these pictures instead of actual words. So what you'll have here is messaging, right? You can create blast campaigns, you can do deals, you can do smart pricing, and you can set up automations. And these automations here give you reminders for things like an upcoming appointment. And one of the nice parts about Fresha is that you can enable the 1 hour upcoming appointment reminder. Now, a lot of nail salons deal with last minute bookings or people who are calling for an appointment that day and they want to know when the best time is. So if you deal with a lot of last minute bookings, especially same day bookings, being able to enable the 1 hour upcoming appointment reminder can be very useful for your business. Now, that said, you'll see that here you have a balance for your automated messages. You only have 20 text messages. And after that, you have to pay more money for every text message you send. So while I love the appointment update options here, you can notify people when they don't show. You can notify when there was a cancellation. You can reach out afterward to try and collect a tip or get a review. But each of those is going to come at an additional cost. Now, by comparison, Boulevard has very similar marketing and client information. You can send out text campaigns. You can create whichever types of campaigns you want. So if you like the idea of being able to increase your bookings with things like reminders or lost customers, or you want to do appointment updates for clients who have already booked an appointment and you want to thank them for visiting, you want to encourage them to tip virtually, or you want to give the 1 hour upcoming appointment reminder, you can actually customize that with an automated or blast campaign here. So you can create those same types of campaigns. You just have to know what it is your business wants to enforce. And you can just create a new campaign. You can choose to do a text campaign. You can choose which type of audience you want based on new referrals. You can create your own audience. You can add filters here. And the best part, Boulevard charges you one fee per month. You're not going to have a limit on what you are sending. You can choose to fill slow days, send birthday messages, notify when you have a last minute opening, especially to customers who have reached out recently and weren't able to book an appointment, or customers who might have an appointment several weeks in advance, but might want to book one now if there is a last minute opening. And all of that is included in your cost. So that's something I really like for nail salons. Something else I like is, as I mentioned, being able to submit deals and promos, especially when clients have given their contact information, their phone number, their email address, and being able to communicate with clients is very important. So this is where Boulevard definitely takes the cake. Boulevard is the only one out of all of these options that has this front desk feature. I can see who has an appointment, who has already confirmed or arrived, and who has completed their appointments. More importantly, and I know I've talked about this a lot, but it's always going to be one of my favorite features. Every single time a client name pops up here, it is a link. You can click on it, and without losing your place within the software, it will load this very comprehensive client profile. That is something I absolutely love because you can keep client notes, and those notes might tell you exactly what color nail polish someone used or what color they selected in their last appointment. So when they come in and they say, I want to match what I got last time, but I don't remember exactly what color it was, you can pull up this information and you can see exactly what it was and go find it for them. And that's going to boost sales. That's going to make customers a lot happier. They don't have to go search for it. They don't have to worry about it not quite being the right color or not quite being the right type of style or the right cut or finish. So that is something that's really great. This front desk feature also has the phone where people can call in for appointments. Incoming calls appear here. If you have someone working the front desk, this is all inclusive. This is everything you need in one place. So someone who is managing a front desk can check to see when there's availability. They can use the calendar to book availability. Each staff member will have a designated color that makes it very easy to see what they are doing when they are available. And it's so simple to book a new appointment or block out time. You just click on the square 10:30. There's a new appointment for Christina, and I can insert that information immediately. Now, Fresha's calendar function is a little bit more playful. You can still book and add an appointment in a very similar time. You can also add a group appointment. If, for example, you have a party coming in and they say, hey, it's myself and 4 friends and we all want to get French manicures and pedicures, you can then add a group appointment with Fresha, and you can add the service with several of your employees. So that is something I genuinely like about their calendar function. If you get a lot of groups or you get a lot of friends who come in together and want to book appointments together, that's something that saves you a little bit of time. Now, in terms of the calendars, I do like that Acuity, which is a much simpler version of all of these, that's why I haven't really talked about it much yet, lets you sync to different calendars. So if you have different employees who use, let's say, an iCloud calendar or a Google calendar, you can sync all of these so that all the bookings are automatically loaded to those same functions. Now, when you see their calendar, you can click on the same thing to book appointments, but it's not as easy. It looks a little overwhelming. You have changes here for time zones, which is great if you are managing these schedules from a distance. maybe in a different time zone. But if you're all working in the same building, this is kind of an unnecessary feature. Nonetheless, you can add information like the client name, you can schedule the appointment. There's just a lot of information here for scheduling a new appointment, and that makes it somewhat overwhelming, especially when someone calls for a nail appointment. Because when they call, they're going to say, I'd love to come in on Tuesday. Do you have any availability in the afternoon, sometime after 2? And you're going to say, yes, I have 2:30. Okay, great. What's your name? And they're going to want to get off the phone pretty much right after that. So they don't want to sit while you're trying to fill all of this information in. Nonetheless, it has these little arrows. I don't know if you saw that, but every little thing is a little arrow. And you go back, and then it takes you to the main page. So that is just something I don't like, but it kind of comes with the price, right? You pay a lower price, and with that, you get a different layout. So you have all the same types of options here on the side, and unlike Fresha, it has actual words, so it's easy to navigate. But you'll notice there's no main bar at the top. So once I click on a page, I'm stuck in that page, and then I have to go back to the home to find the thing that I want, unlike Boulevard, which has everything laid out here beautifully. So these are all things to consider. Acuity is going to be one of the cheaper options. In fact, if you are by yourself, working on your own, you're going to find a much better price for the services you are working with Fresha or with Acuity. GlossGenius is pretty affordable if you're by yourself, but with these smaller costs, you are going to face a limit in terms of your features. Things like the promos, the ability to send reminders and increase bookings by marketing different deals. That's all going to come at an additional cost if you aren't paying for the highest level. And even still, with things like platinum plans with GlossGenius and with Fresha, you might pay a little bit more. Now, one of the places where Fresha stands out is obviously this front-facing platform. So this is something absolutely worth mentioning if you are focused on promos and not just social media marketing, but being able to market within a given platform that's already established. This shows your business. So it will recommend new businesses, trending businesses. People in your area can look for nail salons based on where they are or the type of nail treatment that they offer. And you can search for things. You can put your service up here. It is going to cost extra to be listed here. So that is something to take into consideration. If you aren't interested in using the Fresha marketplace and you already market through Google pages, through your website, through social media, Boulevard's going to have connectivity for you with all of those platforms, the same with Phorest and the same with GlossGenius. So that is also something to consider. But these are my absolute favorites for total comprehensive. I would definitely pick Boulevard. It's the easiest to use. It has the best front desk function, and you're not going to be nickel and dimed when it comes to sending text message reminders and promos. So that'll help you really build out that waitlist for walk-ins and still offer diverse services while building your client base.